So George R.R. Martin, author of A Song of Ice and Fire, he's fighting the good fight against AI. Now, I just came across this article today, so I thought I'd let you know what's going on, basically. Look at me on Business Insider getting the gossip. So what's happened is there's this court case where George R.R. Martin and other people, they've basically combined together. And from what this article says, they are alleging that OpenAI and Microsoft are infringing on their copyright as authors. The judge said in an 18-page Manhattan federal court ruling, a reasonable jury could find that the allegedly infringing outputs are substantially similar to plaintiffs' works. Now, what they're saying is it's several class action lawsuits from George R.R. Martin, Michael Chabon, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Gia Tolentino, and Sarah Silverman, among others, against OpenAI and Microsoft. So what they're alleging is they are the owners of the copyright of their own work, and that these companies are infringing on their rights. That's what's being said. That what is being created is a little too similar to the original works that are protected by the copyright. One example is a prompt asked ChatGPT to write a detailed outline for a sequel to A Clash of Kings that is different from A Storm of Swords. Firstly, why would you ever want to do that? And take the story in a different direction. And the response is absolutely, ChatGPT responded. Let's imagine an alternative sequel to A Clash of Kings and diverge from the events of A Storm of Swords. We'll call this sequel A Dance with Shadows. It sounds like shite. Why would you ever want to do this? Now, what the article says is that in this case, George R.R. Martin and other people are alleging that basically you're taking our ideas. And in the case of A Song of Ice and Fire, what they're saying is that one of the things that was put forward was a novel kind of ancient dragon-related magic and new claims to the Iron Throne from a distant relative of the Targaryens named Lady Elara, as well as a rogue sect of Children of the Forest. I mean, it can't be any worse than Ariana Grande Targaryen. Long story short, this case is moving forward and the judge is saying, yeah, a reasonable person would think that there are similarities here. That's the gist. Representatives for OpenAI and Microsoft didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. And this isn't like some gossip rag, like this is like Business Insider, like come on. And this is not over. The Manhattan-based judge said he would decide at a later stage whether OpenAI and Microsoft are protected with a fair use defense. Now, this is pretty major. Like, if he decides that they can use somebody's work in a fair use kind of capacity, that could be a total game changer. So this is a pretty big deal. But it's AI. Aren't we supposed to be using AI to like save lives and things, like cure diseases and stuff? Isn't that what like we were told it was going to be used for? Not for this. And I can imagine George R.R. Martin is pissed. Like, this is his life's work. I mean, it's not the only thing he's ever written. He's written a lot of other stuff aside, but this is what he's most well known for. And to come along and piggyback on his work and then be like, we're going to just change it up a bit. The cheek, the nerve, the gall, the audacity, and the gumption. That's what I think. Good on you, George, for doing this, for fighting the good fight. I can't tell you the number of emails I get every single day from companies, from people trying to sell their AI, trying to get me to do paid promotions and stuff. I don't even respond to them emails. So people, please stop sending me them because I hate AI.